In this video tutorial, I would like to show you how to make this leaf and branch. How to make branches we actually already know. It's in the video tutorials. You can find more information how to connect this. You basically make branches and then connect them with slip stitches. But here is more important to learn how to make this leaf itself. It looks more like it is made of embroidery. And I will use here, I used metallic thread from DMC company. I am not a big fan of metallics, but for the project I am going to make in the near future, for the summer fair that I am going to attend, I decided to use something with metallic thread, make my project a little bit more fancy. So I will use that, and I will show how I use this thread. I do not divide this thread into smaller sections, because you can see already how thread look like, a lot of strands. I just use this thick part all together thread that is weaved in together, or not weaved but wind. So I will use this all thickness of the hank of this thread. This is number 5 thread, if you compare it to the DMC peddler cotton. And so if you will use your thread in this hank, you have to of course wind it onto something like that. So how to start this sleeve? I chose to use crochet hook 125, but for the branch I used number 1. I used 125 just to help me with the video, because I wanted to see my hook. So what we will do, the first thing, so you have thread number 5, hook or 1 millimeters or 125, and let's make chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful crocheting this. This thread is really easy to splice out, because it's really it's not a thread like we used to. So it's quite a challenge to crochet, but it is possible. After that, what we will do, we will actually crochet now as Tunisian crochet, something similar to it. So first we will go into we will make yarn over, and we will go right into the second stitch visible to us from the hook. Pull thread through. Pull thread through, like that. And again, yarn over into the next stitch, pull thread through. This time pull thread a little bit higher. So every time you will go and pull thread through the stitches, make sure to stretch it a little bit more to give the leaf this curve. You see how it is? It's not like straight stitches. So this gives you like as if you will crochet, for instance, single crochet stitches, few of them, then half double crochet, double, treble, and then you go in down and crochet smaller stitches back to this area right here to give a curve. So the same idea is here, but only by stretching. So we really don't make stitches like single, double, half double crochet. We just stretching the thread a little bit. Again, yarn over into the next stitch and stretch. When you will crochet with metallic thread, you will notice how this thread is splicing easily into your right as you work. Again, stretch it. So be careful when you work with this thread. It's very unusual to crochet with. Into this stitch I will go twice. So yarn over, stretch the stitch and stretch it like that, again yarn over and into the same stitch. Pull thread through and stretch again. And I will do the same thing again twice into the next stitch. Yarn over and into the next stitch. Stretch your stitch as much as you can. Again yarn over and again into the same stitch. Stretch your thread. Now we will go and crochet once into each stitch, and do not stretch as much anymore. Try to go and crochet smaller, pull thread less than before, than in the middle, let's say. And again here, one more time, and there's still one stitch left of the chain. Again yarn over and pull through the last stitch. If it's too difficult with metallic, then you can skip it and deal with that stitch later. Now we will crochet as in Tunisian. We will crochet back this direction, and we will crochet together up to 3 or 4 stitches at the same time. So you grab the thread and crochet, let's say 3 stitches on a hook. That will be a challenge because metallic thread is not really allowing you to see a lot. So, oh, you see what happened? Then I'll have to undo it. And you are the witness of my mistake and my little problem that I have. Okay. I will do it again, and you will see how I deal with this. So we'll finish, less stretching, and the last stitch, will it let me in? Like that. And this time grab the thread and go through first 3 stitches on the hook. Again grab the thread and go through 3 or 4 stitches on the hook. Again grab the thread and go through as many you can pull it through. By doing this, you determine how curvy your leaf will be here. This last part that you're doing, when you go back. And again, grab the thread and go through 3 or 4 stitches. Again at the end 4, then again as many as I can here, 4 probably, and last 2. That's it. So now you receive this beautiful curve. Half of your leaf is done. Now we're going back again, and this time we will crochet slip stitches, connecting and making them right into those loops right here. At the very edge you can see them. So insert the hook into that edge and make a slip stitch. And again, be careful not to splice your thread. It is very easy to do. And again, this thread is not made for crochet, but since we're in Irish crochet group trying just about everything, why not? Why not to try something totally new? And so we're going into the stitches on the edge, making slip stitches. Make sure they are not too tight. I made a little bit too tight, and it's kind of took my leaf a little bit, made it straight, but it's okay. We will see what will happen next. I'm not panicking about it. I'm just improvising. So the idea about this leaf and those branches to improvise as much as you want, as much as your imagination concern, as far it will take you. I don't have a pattern for that, I just crochet something. And I would recommend you also not to follow exactly me to the dot, but create something. So now we made a half of the leaf. Here's a short tail. We will take care of this tail later. When we will come back and crochet on this edge, we will crochet also over this tail and weave in. First we will make a small stem. Again, just make a chain as long as you want and come back crocheting slip stitches into the chain. And then last slip stitch is right in here. And now we are at the first stitch, so let's make here also slip stitch at the very tip, that connecting stem and the leaf. Slip stitch in here, and after that we can do exactly the same pattern as we did here. Just improvise again. So yarn over, and we're going into the chain and also over this short tail. If short tail is bothering you, it's not easy for you to crochet, you can leave it for later and weave in. But I used to hide everything right away, so it's easier for me later. And again, stretch it a little bit, and I think I have a huge gap here, so I will come back and revisit this place. Again, yarn over. I guess I will go and do one more time into the same stitch to give my leaf a curve in that spot. Again, yarn over, then we're going into the next stitch of the chain, and I'm not sure if you can see very well how the thread is splicing itself right into under your hook. Again, yarn over. Again, here you can give your leaf curve. I will try to go into the same spot 3 times. It will be fun. And here I'm doing it again, 1 and 2, and then we go to the next 1, 2, and one more time. Now I will stop right here. I'm not going, you see I have 3 more probably chain stitches here next to this side. I will not go all the way through. I will stop here, like a 3/4 of a leaf. We'll see how this will work for us. So now you can go back and do what I did in the first part of the leaf. So crochet 3 or 4, how many you can do it, how much it will allow you to grab, and go back by grabbing thread and pull it through the stitches on the hook. So use 3 or 4 stitches, and at the end we will make one more last stitch, and you can see how interesting it already look like. And now we're going back again, making slip stitches. So let's see, first stitch and also slip stitches. And be careful, since I already made a little bit too tight in here, so a little bit loosen up your slip stitches. Slip stitch is quite a tight stitch, but this time you can loosen up a little bit, just to give your leaf nice beautiful curve. And continue this way, crochet all the way to the tip. Why to the tip? So that your leaf will have that nice beautiful finish on both sides, and that beautiful finish is achieved by slip stitches. So at the very tip we'll make slip stitch like that, and we can make it like this, chain 1 or 2. Let's make 2. You can make here a slip stitch again at this point, slip stitch like that, and that's it. You can cut your thread, as I would do too. I'll cut my thread, pull thread out. Why it's not going? Okay, this is how different it is to crochet with this thread. It just stuck. So pull this thread through. Make sure that your last stitch is nice and tight here. This is how your leaf look like. Well, at least mine look like that. And with metallic thread you can give it a shape as you want. So here it is. And all you need to do right now, pick up a good tapestry needle and weave in the last thread. This right here we already crocheted over this thread, but because this is metallic thread, and this thread will unravel easily. At least it can. I never tried this thread, but I will be very cautious just to cut off this right now. So instead of cutting off, I will just go again one more time, weave in. So it was weaving in this direction, and now I go in the opposite direction and weave it in into the leaf, into the thick stitches at the bottom. So one time you go through, and this is when you can cut off this thread. Okay, and the same procedure have to be done with this thread, with the last thread also. Thread the needle and weave in. Make sure that you see where the back of your leaf. If you see stitches like that, this is front, because it almost looks the same on the back and on the front, but you need to look at this edge where the right side. And now at the end we can weave in this last thread. Always remember, since if you use metallics or silk, anything sleek, weave in the thread in such a way that you will not have later headache what to do with your work that you spend a lot of time, but it is unraveling. So it's nice to remember to weave in your thread very well. And in the opposite direction, weaving the thread inside the leaf. And this is when you finally can cut thread off and have this fun looking leaf. Look more like embroidery to me. And here it is. And let me know how you